for those with good taste.
What's going on, Carls and Carlettes? It's your boy Lenny coming to you from Good Taste Studio. New look, same studio. Today we're going to be going into a little bit of a reaction for the new trailer for Venom, There Will Be Carnage. This is the sequel to the 2008 film featuring Tom Hardy by the name, you guessed it, Venom. This is a movie that was, I'd say, largely panned by critics at the time. For being kind of a paint-by-numbers comic book movie, and also they didn't seem to really love Tom Hardy's performance. It seemed like it kind of killed a lot of the buzz going into the movie at the time. However, when the audience actually got in there, it ended up doing a B+ for the audience score and going over $800 million for the box office totals, more than enough to justify any type of a sequel we're going to get here. So first things first, what I'm going to do, though, is kind of go back to the beginning. I've actually rewatched the movie somewhat recently, but I haven't watched the post-credit in a long time. So I'm going to go back and watch where Carnage was introduced, being played by Woody Harrelson. We're going to do that first, and then we're going to switch over to the actual new trailer and see what we got, see how he's going to do for this, okay? I remember when I first saw the post-credit that I was a little bit apprehensive. I don't know if I love the look of Woody Harrelson, but at the end of the day, one thing we can all agree on is the man can act, and I'm sure he's going to kill that. So yeah, let's get into this, okay? Rolling up on a nice penitentiary. I guess what would be Tom Hardy's trademark motorcycle.
Fine, but make it quick.
Open on 5.
Okay. I remember this now. So, other guy here with Tom Hardy, reprising his role as a prison guard from the movie Prison Break. He was the lead, I guess, prison guard in that prison. Got duped quite a few times.
FBI don't work up close and personal with them. The FBI will have to identify you. You don't follow the rules. Hey, Red. I got a visitor for you.
Mr. Eddie Brock.
Welcome. Written in blood. Cool. Yeah, this is what I didn't love. That haircut, man. Not a big deal. I'm a big fan of that.
Hi, Eddie. Hey. Do you mind if we forego the whole creepy serial killer thing here?
Sure, it's good with me.
I mean, I can turn it on if you want. I can talk about the Dada's patterns of arterial spray.
It's got like Hannibal Lecter vibes to it.
Sucking out their eyeballs. Crunchy on the outside.
Tom Hardy's Clarice here.
Eddie, hard to see you in that light. Why don't you come on over? I know they told you to mind your distance, but I'll be a good boy, honest.
Please, I can do that, but you have to give me something now.
Well, the FBI wants to know where the other victims are buried.
That's why I'm here, so.
I'll write it down. Yeah. Eyes in the sky, ears all around. Hey, you want to be the first to get the scoop, right?
Probably.
So if you're too chicken.
That natural charisma, man.
No bodies, no closure for those poor families. No interview of a lifetime for you. When I get out of here, and I will, there's gonna be carnage.
Dun dun dun. Okay. All right. So it's crazy the amount of kind of like I said, Hannibal Lecter vibes I got from that. That was very, to me, like Hello Clarice-esque. I've watched Silence of the Lambs somewhat recently, and I don't know if maybe that was inspired at all from that, but it felt a little bit like that. Woody Harrelson, like I said, I mean, the man's natural charisma, even if I don't love the look so far of him, I have the utmost confidence that this man's performance is going to jump off the screen. Just in that 3 minutes we got there, it was already there. So let's shift over to the trailer now. Let's see what we got here, okay?
So fat. Brendan, you're not fat.
Ugh, ads.
Look at Nate. He's too...
All right, let's go. What's Eddie been up to? And Venom, for that matter.
I say either. I say either.
Well-oiled machine.
I say neither. And I say neither. 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 Let's call the whole thing off.
I think I'm going to watch through this one time here without stopping, and then I might come back to it, because I'm already having some thoughts from watching the movie recently. So we're going to come back around to this stuff, but I'm going to watch through and kind of get my first initial vibe for it.
Catch up.
Excuse me.
Yummy.
Good evening, Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Function hall, Mrs. Chen.
He says hi.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
I've been thinking about you, Eddie.
Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number.
Because you and I are the same. Every decision we ever make. Who do we leave behind? And how do we leave them? Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes. Welcome back, Eddie Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much.
Better with the haircut.
Soon come chaos. Chaos soon come.
Is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen.
What? Nothing?
Business.
Okay, so listen, I don't think they gave us a lot in action, and I actually don't mind that, because generally I think trailers give you a bit too much. So I like that. It seems like this is kind of more of just an update to where we were initially at the end of last movie, and just an update to where they are. So like I said, I'm gonna go back and rewatch this. I might stop a couple times. Was I wrong? Did I see like, I swear I saw Russell Crowe. Is that, like, was he a police commissioner? That might have been somebody who looked eerily similar to him. But all right, let's go through this again. Right off the start, the initial thing I thought of in this, when I was going through the movie recently, when I was watching Venom, I got like a lot of, I don't know, buddy cop vibes, if you know what I mean. It's just like this inter-turmoil, but it's like they're two different characters. It's one person in a buddy cop movie to me. It's kind of funny, and I think this shows this. It's the battle between Venom's personality and Eddie's, and I love the interpersonal stuff there. That's why when I read that Tom Hardy's performance kind of got panned a little bit for that last movie, it's like it was a little manic and it was maybe a little over the top. But by the end of it, especially that final scene with the lady in the convenience store, when they've kind of become more symbiotic, I guess, for the best way to put it, it made it a much better look for Ed Hardy. That's a terrible mistake. Tom Hardy in that movie. And I'm excited to see this movie where he's understanding those powers a little bit better, what kind of performance we get here, if it's any different. I have to believe it is. Same shirt he was wearing in the last movie, too. He loves that shirt. That must be his favorite shirt.
I say either. You say either. I say neither. And I say neither. Neither.
Great singing voice too, just fantastic.
Either. Neither. Neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Ta-da! What's up?
Excuse me.
Yummy.
Cat's up.
Good evening, Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Function hall, Mrs. Chen.
He says hi.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
I've been thinking about you, Eddie.
I'd be really interested to know if I'm right on this, that the Silence of the Lamb stuff, it feels like it's coming through very specifically here. I mean, obviously, she wasn't really a reporter. She was there investigating him or like trying to get more information out of Hannibal in that movie. But I don't know. This just seems a lot like what you kind of had in that movie. And I just wonder how inspired that might have been here.
Because you and I are the same. Every decision we ever make.
Not Russell Crowe, just by the way. You can see where I think you can see where I made the mistake here, though. And it wasn't even this one that I thought he was Russell Crowe. It's a little further into the trailer.
Who do we leave behind? And how do we leave them? Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes.
So is she... Are we doing more experiments here? Is that maybe what we're going to? Ravencroft. I'm not familiar enough with like the lore of Venom but I'm sure that hidden victim of Cletus Cassidy. I can't read the rest of that. Daily Bugle though. Ah, that's a little fun tidbit. The Daily Bugle, huh? Okay.
Leave behind. And how do we...
But so the Ravencroft. So what is that? Why should I know that? I'm gonna feel really dumb when I get done and I look this up.
leave them? Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes. Welcome back, Eddie Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much.
Serious, the haircuts saves them. I wonder if they got terrible feedback for that and they were like, we need to fix this awful redhead fro that we have going on here. I'm sure you can get haircuts in jail no matter if you're on death row. They'll give you the best steak you've ever had for the last day of your life. I think they'll give you a haircut.
Soon come chaos.
That's where I thought he was Russell Crowe quickly when he was walking through it. Oh, but so we have strict rules that Venom can't eat good guys. So if Venom's trying to attack this guy, I would have to assume that we have a bad guy on our hands here, or has Venom stopped taking those orders? But I know we had a distinct conversation with Hardy, with Eddie Brock and Venom that was we don't attack good guys. We don't eat the heads off of any good guys.
Chaos soon come. Is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
The chocolate.
I have to think, and I'll probably just not let this one run out here, but I have to kind of figure between the song choice and some of the dialogue from Woody Harrelson here from Carnage, it gave me some of the vibes of what Spider-Man, the initial, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, where it was a lot of choice between your personal life and being the hero, or in this case, the anti-hero, right? It's balancing for Eddie Brock, the relationship that he has, his professional life. We saw how badly all of that stuff took a hit in Venom. It seems like they're really focused, especially with the song here, of like, he's really left out on an island by himself here. And we know that he had plans at the end, or Venom had plans to get back together with Michelle, Williams, is that her name? Her character. So I get a kind of a vibe of that too, that maybe we're following a little along with he's going to have to make a lot of choices here on what comes first and what his actual priorities are. I'm really pumped for this. Like, this looks like a really fun trailer.
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting
The man
me?
loves his chocolate.
Eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen.
What?
Nothing?
Oh, nothing. The character designs all look fantastic. They seem to have a really good way of balancing the humor with the characters themselves, between the action and the humor. I'm sure the next trailer we get is going to have a ton more in terms of the action buildup. We'll probably get a lot more of that part, but this is a really good starting point to me. Everybody out there, let me know what you guys think. Did you like the trailer? Did you notice anything that I missed? What is the Ravencroft Institute? I'm sure it's something that's very well covered in the comics. I'm just not nearly as well versed in that stuff. I appreciate you for sticking around this long, guys. If you could, just quickly give us a like, a comment, a share, subscribe. They're usually the bottom of the screen around this way. There's a bell at the top, I think, for notifications. We put out podcasts twice a week, generally, once on Wednesday for MMA and combat sports, the other one on the weekends for pop culture and everything the like. I talk about Mighty Ducks far too much, so if you're into Game Changers, come by. And until next time, guys, peace. Boop.